What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I thought it would be cool to show you some of the differences between a Dunk and a Jordan 1. This is my first pair of Dunk highs, and I thought it would be interesting to show you some of the differences between a Jordan 1 and a Dunk. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Right, so as I said in the intro, this is my first Dunk high. I've got the Chicago SB Dunks, but this is my first high Dunk. And first impressions are that they do look very similar to a Jordan 1 high. I think one of the first differences I noticed when looking at this particular shoe is the paneling on the back. Actually, just the back in general. Here the panel is curved and kind of all flows into one, whereas on the Jordan 1, the panels are a lot more broken up and it's a little bit more square in the way that it's structured. And the same goes for this part as well. Here it is slanted down, and on the Jordan 1 it is slanted down, but a lot less. It's almost flat on this one. You can see the Dunk comes down quite a lot further than the Jordan 1. But if you look at them side by side, you can see the height is exactly the same. Like where the laces go through at the top is exactly the same. However, when you look at it like this, you can see that the Dunk goes down a lot further. So essentially the paneling is a little bit different, as you'd expect. It's a different shoe. But all in all, if you're just someone looking to get this style of sneaker, I think both of them are very similar. Second thing to note is these definitely don't feel as good quality as the Jordan 1s that I've had. Now granted, these are a cheaper shoe. I think the highs were 105 or maybe even 95. Around, let's just call it £100. Whereas for Jordans, for the most part, you're looking at least £140. These were £140. So they are a more expensive sneaker, and therefore you would expect the quality on the Dunks to not be as good. These just feel a lot more rigid than the Jordans that I've got. However, I mean, obviously this colorway is cool. I really like the colorway and they look great. I think there's not many differences. As I said before, the main difference is this segment, and then also the actual material and fabrics used to create the shoe. Weight wise, they feel pretty much the same. The Dunks do have slightly different laces. You can see that they are slightly thinner than the Jordan 1 laces. So yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna give a super detailed review. This is literally my first impression of these Dunks. So yeah, first impressions are the paneling on the back is slightly different, and the actual shape of the shoe is also a little bit different there. And the quality doesn't feel as good quality. They feel a lot harder, and they're not quite as comfortable on foot as well. Right, let's have a look at these on foot. Oh, where am I going? Wrong way. So yeah, they're very similar to Jordan 1s obviously, but they're a lot more rigid. They just feel a lot harder on my feet. Like there's a lot less room to give. And yeah, as I said in the video, they just feel a bit cheaper. And actually now looking at them, they look more like mids in the way that they're shaped here. Even though they're the same size as the highs, the back portion here is more like a mid. Thoughts?
Thoughts on yours?
Yes, differences between these and a Jordan 1.
Oh, they're a little bit wider, a little bit chunkier. I think Jordans are a little bit thinner. Oh no, I spilled coffee on everything.
Yeah, that's what I was
They're a little bit thinner and just not as chunky. Dunks are chunkier. Jordans go in a bit more here. So yeah. I feel like they're better for...
That's actually a good observation. So if you look at the side here, these sort of just go like that, whereas a Jordan goes a lot more in and down. But obviously from a general styling perspective, these are very similar. Like look, they're clearly very similar sneakers. I think there's just a few differences. So from my experience, which is literally this pair, I would say Jordan 1s almost just seem like a more premium version. There are obviously differences, but yeah, that's my initial thoughts on them. But yeah guys, that's really it. There's not much else to talk about when it comes to the differences, as they are very similar sneakers. I think, as I said before, main differences are the back segment of the sneaker is quite different, and the quality and feel on foot feels slightly cheaper on the Dunk that I've got. Now it could be completely different for other Dunks, but for this particular pair, they definitely feel cheaper. But apart from that, they are very similar sneakers at the end of the day, and I think if you are someone that's looking for a Jordan 1 style sneaker, then definitely consider looking at Dunks as well, because they are super similar, they're more affordable because they're cheaper, and yeah, I'm definitely going to be adding some more Dunks to the collection. But anyway guys, I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday. Peace.